Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I'm sorry I am getting sick. I just filmed a video talking about it, and these are back to back, so I don't know what's going on, the weather or anything, but I'm definitely feeling it. But anyway, as you can see, I do have a full face of makeup on already. I am wearing Busy Gal Brow by Tarte mixed in with a MAC eyebrow pencil. I have the Park Avenue Princess bronzer brow palette on for my contour, and I am wearing one of my favorite foundations, Face Atelier foundation in caramel, and I'm wearing my Maracuja Creaseless Concealer by Tarte, topped with my BBO Banana Powder by Ben Nye. So that is what I have on as my base. As promised, I said I was going to do a eye look with the new Tarteist Pro Remix Palette. I do have some tea here underneath me because I'm just not feeling good. We're just a couple days before Thanksgiving, so I want to make sure I'm just not like super sick before I go home and visit family, because I don't want to make anybody else sick. But let's get right into it. So packaging, and this is what the packaging looks like. Just have this really cute box, very similar to the original Tarteist Pro palette packaging. And then what you have is the remix. So I think it'll be a benefit for you all to see the original one. So I'm going to be right back and grab that. Here, look guys, my MTV shirt. Found it at TJ Maxx. Definitely nostalgic from childhood, so I had to get it. So this is the original Tarteist Pro palette. I'm going to open it up for you guys. As you can see, very pretty, super matte. We only have 4 like metallic shimmers in this. I love this, especially as a pro makeup artist, because the colors are so blendable, universal for all skin tones, and just I can create some awesome looks with this. As you can see, it's very well loved. Now, the Remix palette definitely has a twist to it. This one has more shimmer pressed shades and a few mattes. So still an artistry base. I would say more of an editorial, but you can do normal looks. And as you can see, this has a ton of really cool, pretty shades in it. You just have 3 mattes, which I think they were the perfect colors to make matte in this palette. You have a matte black, which is always needed, and then you have some of your taupes and nudes. You can even go as far as to mix that together if you want it and do a little bit of a brow powder. But this is definitely going to be for fun, editorial looks in my opinion. So that is the difference between the two. So we're going to get right into an eye look. I definitely want to play with the emerald green colors in here. Definitely want to do something kind of aquatic. So we're going to push the fro up a little bit so you guys can see. So I'm going to go in with the Tarte Cosmetics Angel Eyes here. And I'm going to just wear more of a neutral lip since I'm doing a really fun eye. I love this eyeshadow primer. I got it from one of my BoxyCharms this fall. I love the color correcting agent in it. It's nice salmony peach that it has. Alright, so I have my primer on. I'm going to start going in with some of these shades. So usually I go on with a nice nude shade for a crease color. I think I'm going to have a little bit of fun with this palette, of course, because it's such a nice editorial palette. And before I go in with my nice green base that I want to play with, I'm going to go and play with some of these more aquatic shades. I think I'm going to go in here, start a crease off with the shade Art Deco. I'm just using a set of crown brushes and some Tarte brushes that I have right here readily available on my studio. So let's go ahead and put her here. And just a little bit. These are very pigmented. We're still using our Amazonian clay inside of our shadows, of course. So I'm just blending that a little towards the top of my eyebrow. Like I said, I'm going for a more editorial look, so I'm not going to be afraid of the shadow placement. Then we still got some glitter lingering around from yesterday's film, which is hilarious. I sanitized and wiped down my counter, but you'll be seeing glitter when you use it for days on end. Now if you notice here, I'm not lifting or pulling my eye away. I'm just taking my afro and I'm moving it out the way so you guys can see some blending. With my nice little crown brush. I love crown brushes, they're awesome. So I have my shades placed where I want to. I just want to kind of soften the edge of that a little bit more. We're not doing any liner today. I really want the eye makeup to be the star of the show. You guys like my FabFitFun coffee cup? That's another subscription I have. I hate when you don't feel good and you don't even want to eat because I love food. And right now I just do not have the greatest appetite. So now I'm going in with a packing brush. This brush is from a BoxyCharm that I had. I can't remember her name. As you can see, I've used this so much that the name has gone off. I'm going to be going in with Color Explosion right here. And I'm packing that all over the lid for now. I love a good emerald. I'm really glad that this is giving me the pigment payoff that I hope that it would, because sometimes you get these colors and they are very sheer and light and they're really not the green you were looking for when it comes to an emerald. They're more of a soft like sea foam, which I do love, but that's not the color I was expecting out of this. So I'm really glad it's exactly how I wanted it. And when I'm packing, I don't worry about being perfect right away because I know that I can go soften and blend and make sure my lines are not harsh. So it's about getting the color placed where I want, and then we're gonna blend it. Okay, so I got my color packed down where I want. I'm just gonna take a little bit more of Art Deco on my brush and go ahead and merge those colors together and blend them out nice and neatly. And I have a ton of lid space, so I never mind going a little bit towards the bridge of my nose with my shades. I actually love the way that it looks, and it's such a beautiful editorial style. Okay, so now that I have my Art Deco, my nice sea foam, and my emerald colors blended together, I thought it would be nice for me to go in and add a bit of a warm tone. So what I want to do is go in with the outer corner of my eye and place mic drop and blend it forward. And I'm just gonna go in, as you can see right here, and I'm gonna pack that color on the outer V, making sure that it's merging very well, but also not taking away from our beautiful greens that we have going on. Don't be afraid to go a little bit more outward if you got the space for it, guys. Have some fun. And if you notice, I already have foundation on. Of course you do, because I talked about it. You notice we're not getting a lot of fallout, if any at all, while doing this. So I love that the Tarte shadows do not fall all over the place. If you are a person who prefers to do your eyeshadow last, such as myself, I like to get my complexion on first and my brows on so that I can frame my face. We're going to do the same thing, but this time we're just going to take what's left over on our brush to merge out our blending. We don't need to add any more product. We're just softening our shades and making sure there is no harshness. So I'm going to go back in with, this one is an Aesthetica brush, which can't remember where I got this from, but I have a set of them and I really enjoy it. So I'm going to go in and we're just picking up our Color Explosion again, that really pretty emerald. And we're going to start in the middle and just blend and smudge out. The next shade we're going to go ahead and merge through before we dip back into Mic Drop is going to be Artist. Artist here is this really pretty, nice blue there. Nice cobalt blue, I would say. Even a midnight blue. It has a shift to it. And I'm just going to go ahead and merge a little bit of that into the green before we move over to the orange. I'm dipping back into Mic Drop, and all we're doing is connecting our look, as you can see right here. Alright, so as you can see, we have our really cool funky blend of colors going on. Again, I'm going to take what's left on my brush. If you want to dip back in a little bit, you feel like you need some more, that's fine. And all I'm going to do is give a nice little smudge out at the bottom underneath those colors. Going back in with Art Deco, that really pretty sea foam. There you go. You got warms and cools merging together, which I totally love. I'm going to take another crown brush. This one is another smudging brush, and all I'm going to do is give the corner of my eyes a little bit of a pop. I'm going to go in with, let's see what I got going on in my MTV shirt. I got a little bit of pink popping off in there. I think what I'm going to do is pop into Inspiration here. And I'm going to just put that right in the corner of my eye. So, the last thing I like to put on before I finish is lashes. So, what I'm going to do is pop my lashes out. I'm going in with these nice natural lashes that are still really pretty. I'm going in with Tarte's Flirt lashes. I'm just going to prepare them and take them out. I have so many backups of these lashes. This one's a brand new box. And I'm just going to take them out, wiggle them out a little bit, get them to fit my eye, and we're going to work on the rest of the complexion. And then we're going to glue these puppies on. I'm going to let my duo glue that I'm using today to get a little bit tacky. And I'm just dotting that out on my little station. I always have some kind of cleansing station down here, paper towel down, whatever I need to get the job done and keep it nice and sanitary. I always have something underneath me. So when I take my lashes off, I like to pull them down from the middle so that they don't lose the shape, and kind of just pinch them down a little bit, like so. I don't rip them off, because they are meant to mold to the shape of your eye. So once I do that, I like to take that lash, give it a little roll. That way it's gonna mesh to the eye really well. Then I set them down, usually on the top case of the plastic, while I wait for my lash glue to dry. Same thing here. Just give them a little roll so they can have a nice little folded shape, because when you pull them off, they actually kind of come off straight sometimes. So I set that there. Now while I wait, I'm just gonna go in with my blush. I think I want to use a color from the Tarteist blush book. I think it's so cute. Okay. Make sure I'm still close enough in the camera for you guys. I'm still learning my Handycam 4K camera, you all. I'm still studying the manual, learning how to live stream on it, etc. So this is the cute blush book from Tarte that we made. I think it's so cute. Well, Tarte, but we call ourselves Tartelets. And these are the really pretty blush shades that we have. I love that it has a protective case, plastic casing right in the middle. It looks just like what I remember as a kid taking these to school. And for my look, I think I want kind of a tangerine peach cheek, since everything up top is mostly cool. So I think I'm gonna go in with Rah Rah right here, and I'm just gonna give my cheeks some love. And there we go. Just a little swipe of that and it's enough. So here you have it. I'm gonna close her back up. She is adorable. You can get this online. It's not in store, but I would be ecstatic if we put this in store, because this is an amazing blush book. I'm so glad that I was gifted it. So we have that. I'm gonna do a little bit of highlighter layering. However, I'm gonna go in with the Cover FX glitter drops in Lunar. These are so pretty. I just apply these with my fingertips, and then if I need to flatten it down with a beauty blender, I do, but I don't apply it with one because the beauty blender eats it. So I'm just taking a few drops, taking my 2 clean fingers, and we're just gonna go ahead and pat it on. A little bit down the nose. I don't really contour my nose. My nose is big and I like it. It's fine with me. Unless I'm going for an extreme look like that, my nose shape stays exactly the same. Now I'm just gonna do a little bit of layering to add just a little bit of warmth, because I am so cool today. I'm gonna go in with Juvia's Place Nubia highlighter, just the littlest bit. I'm just gonna go right in with that same blush brush to highlight. You can always take on your Sandy station you got below, which I recommend you have one when you're doing makeup, and clean out whatever you used prior. This is very pigmented, so I tap some out onto the paper towel, and I'm just gonna dust over. So our duo lash glue should be nice and ready for us to use and apply our lashes. So I make sure I got the size for each one, the left and the right side, which this is smaller on the front here, and then you got the fan out at the top. So I know that this one's for my left eye. I usually take a separate or Q-tip if I have one at hand, but I usually take a separate tweezer and put a little bit of glue on the end of that and line my lashes. Don't blow your lashes, don't blow your client's lashes, okay? And we're gonna pop that right on. Pop those babies in place. Get the lash where you want it. Let it dry. Let it dry, let it mold to your eye. And the last thing we're gonna do is go in with Tarte's Throwback Thursday Creamy Matte Nude Lipstick. Now these are matte, they're not gonna be a liquid. But they do stay like that. They stay like a liquid lip. And they have peppermint oil, essential natural peppermint oil in it. Very nourishing. And just the prettiest finish. And there you have it, guys. That completes this look. I'm gonna try to get an intro film for you all. That completes our look in our first tutorial of the Pro Remix Palette by Tarte. Hope you guys enjoy it. Can't wait till I feel better so I'm not looking so down on camera. But see you guys on the next one. Bye.